Good day, Michael Sandoval out here with Above and Beyond Swimming Pool Remodeling. This is the pool out here that we're going to inspect. It just got chipped out. It just got cleaned. And we're going to walk through this pool. We're going to inspect it, make sure it's good to go, so that the next crews that come in here putting in tile, putting in interior finish, don't have any issues, or there's nothing that we saw after the chip out. So first things first, I'm going to go over the steps. On the steps, you notice how we don't have any chunks or big gouges missing on these steps. These steps look really uniform. They look well put together. They're not broken. They're not chunked off. The next thing I want to come on over and point out is your skimmer. I like to look inside these skimmers to make sure that we don't have any holes in them. There's no holes. There's no major leaks. There's no major gaps where water can seep out of. And we also want to make sure that there's no cracks, that the skimmer is structurally sound, so that when we reshoot this pool, that it does not leak. We do not want to lose water out of that skimmer. So that skimmer looks structurally sound and still really good, really adhered well, I should say, to this shell of this pool. So that skimmer looks good. Let's come on over and let's talk about the interior. A lot of clients, when they look at this interior that was chipped out, they'll often call back into the office and they'll be like, it looks like they didn't chip out the pool completely, because I still see areas of white plaster left. Is all that going to be chipped off and removed prior to the interior finish? The answer is no, folks. This pool is chipped out actually to about an 85-90%. And actually, even right here in these areas, it's all chipped out. You're actually seeing the very thin layer of material that's actually still left, but it's not the entire thickness of 3/8 of an inch, which is what it was originally. So this is a good chip. I'm looking at this chip and it's good. When the interior guys come and we shoot this interior of this pool, we're gonna actually put a leveling coat, and then after the leveling coat, we're gonna come in and then we're gonna put the final coat, which will further negotiate and mitigate a lot of these dips and a lot of these high points on this interior finish. Let's come on over here and look at a couple of rebar spots. We've got one here. It looks like we've got another one here. We've got one here. We've got like 3 or 4 rebar spots in this pool, folks. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come in here at the interior phase and we're gonna cut the rebar out. The rebar was obviously too close to the surface. We're going to cut the rebar out of those locations. We actually physically remove whatever rebar is close to the surface. Then we're going to go ahead and use a hydraulic cement. We're going to patch it up and put the mortar back so that we can reshoot this pool in the interior finish, and there will be no rebar protruding in those areas. Okay, we've got the light here. This pool had a brand new light that was ran. We keep the light up here in a box so that it protects the light. One of the other things I'm going to do is I'm going to come around here and we're also going to inspect the fittings. We're going to make sure that our chipper guns didn't damage or hurt these fittings in here, so that we don't lose water out of our pool when we get this filled back up. Here's our automatic water leveler. That's our 3/4 inch line. I'm going to run around here and I'm going to look at our fittings for our return system. And it looks like these guys still left these heads on. We're going to remove and replace these after we shoot the interior. But the fitting I'm looking at and inspecting, folks, is this fitting right here. That's the return fitting. It's not broken. It looks a very good tact. It looks in place still. The other thing I'm going to look at is I'm going to look at the water line. It looks like they did a good job of removing this tile, and they'll need to build that up again so that they can put the water line tile back in place. But overall, very good chip out. I don't see any structural cracks. I don't see anything that alarms me. Our interior guys are going to have to fix, like I said, I pointed out 3 rebar spots, and everything looks good here. I don't see anything that calls me to bring another crew in to prep this interior prior to our interior finish shoot. You see a little bit of water there at the bottom. That's more than likely either from rain or from when the guys washed out the pool to clean it out at the time of chip out. Thank you very much for watching. Michael Sandoval, Above and Beyond Pool Remodeling. Have a great day.